we will. But from this point on, we are recording on Screencast-O-Matic. So one thing to do, if we do take a break and I pause the recording, please remind me to start it back again. And also at the end of class, someone remind me, turn off the recording, because I've been going at it so long without it, I'll forget to do that, and I'll record the other class right with this one, and then it's a pain in the neck to separate. So if you will, try to help me remember that, because I'm old and decrepit. Okay. Now, Braxton, did you have something? I saw your light come on. Oh, okay. All right. Any other questions, concerns, problems, issues? Yes. Yeah. That you get what? Yeah, it's any topic you want to choose. Like you said just then, something you want to get more understanding on, that would be a great, great topic. If it's something that a person that you're interested in, a time period, but it has to do with pre-calculus, it has to do with algebra. How did all this get started? What are some of the theories? Where did this come from? How is this used? Who uses it? I don't know what your major is. Where will you be using algebra in your major? I mean, it can be anything like that you want to do. And if you happen to like going to these websites, YouTube videos and stuff that explain things better than me, and there's a lot of them out there that do that, and you really like one of those, you can write on that video, I found this really helpful because it did this, and this, that I didn't see the book or the instructor doing. You're not going to hurt my feelings any. Look, I'm 69 years old. I'll be retired next term. Yeah, you can do anything you want to with it. So I'd rather you pick a topic you're interested in, or like you said, something that's going to make it, beneficial for you to learn something more. That sounds like anything along those lines would be absolutely wonderful to write on. Did that answer your question? Okay. All righty. All right. Any other questions before we get going? Okay. You only allowed one. Okay. Never mind. No, go ahead. Right. Okay. That's in the book. That's in this book right here. Pre-calculus, the one we're using. Now, if you don't have the book, then if you do have Cengage, I don't know. I've never looked at their ebook. Does their ebook have page numbers or not? They don't. You can. Okay. And that'll get you even closer, right on the money. If not, look for section 1.4. They do have those sections in chapter 1, 1.4. They do have that, don't they? Anybody? In the ebook, do they have the section numbers? Yes. Okay. Well, then if you can't do it by page number, do the section number and then page through until you find where we are. Okay. I'll try to sort of describe the pages too when we get there. Okay. 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 Now, when I'm saying send me the homework, also in that, I don't know where you're looking now, probably under, yes, exactly. I was trying to think of the name of that. I'd say that again. A screen share. Okay. Okay. It says when you're looking at that to-do list, the very once I talk about the section down at the bottom, when it is saying I don't know, I can't remember what it calls it, assignment for the week or something like that. Once it says the section, Then I tell you which problems to do. And I do this at the end of class too. Like in section 1.4 on page 44 through 48, the homework problems. I say any of the odd problems, 5 through 7, 9, 11 through 17, 19, blah, blah, blah. When you see those, pick any one of those problems. Preferably, if you're having any difficulty with any of the problems, pick one that you're having trouble with, okay? And that's the one I want you to send me and show me where you're, show me what you're doing and how you can't get the right answer. Then I can look at that and see if I can figure out what step you left out, or where you made an error or something like that, and then I can do that. That way it will be, you see, you're not being graded on the homework, so don't feel bad about turning in something you're getting wrong. I want to see where you're having problems. Now, if you're not having any problems, just send me any homework problem that you want to and send it to me. So it's the problems. It's not the reading the sections. That you do before you work the problems, okay? It's the problems that you do there in the homework exercises. That's what they call 1.4 exercises, and then I list a bunch of odd number ones you get to choose from. Pick one, any one that week. You can send it, okay, if that's your question, yeah, you can either send it through email or you can send it through Blackboard message. Either one. I don't have a preference. Either one of them that you want to use, perfectly fine with me. Good deal. Any others? Oh, and by the way, let's go back to that. If you write it on a piece of paper and then you want to do it somehow to a PDF file, that's fine. Or if you don't have that capability, and I didn't until recently when my wife got an iPad that has Adobe Scan on it, then you could take a picture with your phone. But I do warn you this, and I was doing even with the iPad last night, sending them some stuff to the Human Resources office. I found that when I held the iPad up to take the picture, to do the PDF, the light was sort of directly overhead and it made a shadow. It wasn't bad enough shadow that you couldn't read it, but I've had some people send me pictures from their phones and the light is directly overhead. They have the head down, the hands down, the phone there, and what they're trying to take a picture of is in the shadow and I can't read it anyway. So try to get the light coming from the side, a lamp or something like that, so it's not directly overhead. See if you can do it that way. Get the light coming from the side so when you're taking the picture you don't have a shadow. Okay, that makes it easier for me to read. Okay, Michaela, I see your hand up.
Yes, when I get on Blackboard to look at my assignments, I never see them. Like, it's just like blank.
That's amazing. Do I need to walk through Blackboard and show you where to go? I'll try to. I'll try.
Sure, like,
I'll try to.
like,
Yeah.
like with the research paper topic, it won't even pop up, or the week one assessment, it won't pop up either.
Okay. Let me go quickly to Blackboard. I don't do anything. This computer is probably less than 2 years old, and it's one of the slower computers I've ever had to work with. What I think they do every time they put new stuff on a computer, then they fill it up with so much stuff it slows it down again. So let's go to Blackboard. And that's what I don't know where you're looking. Okay, let me see.
Like on mine, when I pull up week two, it says like week two assessment, assignment, weekly discussion, but there's nothing there.
Okay, now,
Right, that's how mine is.
okay. Now, assessment is something I do. Okay, so you don't worry about assessment. Okay, and the assignment, I'll explain something to you when I get it up here. Okay, let me get in Math 112. One of these days we're going to have a class that all we do is math, okay? But we'll get these questions answered first. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to bring you back into screen share. I had to get that up before I could share it. Okay, let's see if we can find it. There we go. All right. Now, and by the way, did Shamari ever get in? Does anyone know? Let me go and check. Really? There she, okay. Briantra is now in the waiting room. It's not showing up on my screen, and PC is in the waiting room. Would that be, who is PC? Is that Shamari? Yes. Yeah. Okay, Briantra, you were already here, weren't you? Okay. Okay, I promise you I didn't kick you out. This system may have. But then someone came in that all it said was PC, I think. Yeah, PC. Now they don't have a microphone yet. Would that be? Okay, is that? Oh, you're waiting on Shamari to tell you whether she's PC or not. Let's see, who else could PC be? I don't have anyone who's that's their initials. She's still, I don't even see that she's trying to log the phone do up. I don't know what, the camera's off, but there is not even an icon for a microphone. So she must be having trouble. If it's her, I don't know if it is or not. You want me to look again to see if she's out there? Ah, here's Ladarius, okay? He was already here, or at least his iPhone was. Okay, so I hope Ladarius is back. So the only way, okay, another thing you might do, okay, PC, you've got a microphone now. Can you identify who you are? Oh, that is Shamari. Fantastic. Sorry that you had to wait. It wasn't showing up until I looked just now. Okay, Shamari, welcome. Glad you made it. I'm glad you had the patience to wait. Okay. All right. So we got you here. Good deal. If any of you detect anyone else who's waiting, obviously it's not popping up on my screen the way it's supposed to. But anyway, we'll try to go from here. Okay, Shamari and the others, where we are now, I've got to do some housekeeping here. My this toolbar, taskbar, whatever you call it, sits right smack in the screen of what I'm trying to read. And Shanae, you're in the way, of course. No, I'm just kidding. I have to move the students around a little so I can see it. Can all of you see my blackboard? Is this sort of what your page looks like? You don't see this because it's hidden from student. You see it starts here, syllabus, textbook, that kind of stuff. Okay, let's not go over that again. Instructor contact. Okay, let's not go over that again. Weekly assignment and activities. That's what we're talking about, right? So let's go open that. Okay, now here's week 1. Now the only reason I'm going to open week 1 is to show you something. Okay, so I'm going to open week 1 here, and it's not the overview and to-do list. We'll do that in week 2. It's instructional materials, lessons, PowerPoints, videos, handouts, and so forth. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, here was the PowerPoint slide we used just barely in week 1. We had so many difficulties. Here is what I really want to show. These are the recorded lectures. This is my YouTube playlist that shows every class I've recorded from this course, whether it's this term, Now, remember this term, Screencast-O-Matic hasn't worked until today, okay? So the first one you'll have from this term will be today's class. It won't be out there until probably the end of the day today, but it'll be there at the bottom. But all the other classes, there'll be the material that we covered previously, like last spring, that will be out there, okay? So you can find the stuff in 1.4 and stuff like that that you have. Now, that's the YouTube playlist. That's the link. Click on that, it goes right to my YouTube. You find the class that you want to do. Do I need to show that to you, or can you figure it out?
We can figure it out.
Okay. Then instructional videos. These are things that either I found or students have told me they found helpful. All sorts of things. Instructional videos, they cover whatever you want. So I put them in week 1. The handouts. Here is the locator card. That's when I'm in class, out of class, you have that kind of stuff. Here's the research paper, general instruction. Okay, is this the one you said was blank? Okay. Okay. What, the research paper? No, the research paper is due at the end of the term. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. The research paper topic, they make me put a due date. Yeah, they make me put a due date in there. The due date means almost nothing, okay? If you're in an online class, yes, the due date is what you live and die by, okay? But this is not an online course. This is a virtual course. So they make us put a due date. I said try to have it in by tomorrow, okay? That's the research paper topic. The research paper itself, that is due at the end of the term. I haven't put it out there yet because I haven't graded and put a paper there, but you'll see it when it comes up, and it'll be. Don't wait till end of the term to do it. Now, does someone say they can't see the instructions? Did someone say that?
No, we can't see the other.
Okay. You can get to that. Okay. And then, okay. Here is the Cengage class code. You got that too, right? That's what you'll need to do. Okay, so that's week 1. The only reason I showed you because all that stuff's there. Now let's go to week 2. Okay, I'm feeling fine. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Where is that you're looking? On the grade book or where? In the grade book. Okay, let's do that in a minute. Let me handle week 2 right now, okay? And then remind me to go to the grade book, okay? So let's open week 2. Well, oh, no, it should open. Why is it not opening? There, no? There it is. Okay. Here's the overview for week 2. Well, okay. This week we'll study section 1.4, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here's the objectives, taken right out of the book. Here's the weekly to-do list. Read and study section 1.4, pages, blah, blah, blah. Work any of the odd number exercises, and then I list the exercises, and I give the pages that those are on. Okay. Then read and study section 1.5. We may not get to 1.5 today because we're spending so much time here. If we don't get there, don't worry about it. I'll put it there for week 3. Okay? And then number 3, submit at least one exercise, preferably any for which you've had difficulty achieving the correct answers. Okay? Do all of you see that? Is that what's on yours?
Yes, but I just got my Cengage like yesterday, so
Oh.
I won't be able to log in until tonight.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Like I said, if there is a due date, that's for online courses. I don't abide by those. Okay. So there's the overview and weekly to-do list. So I'm going to get out of that. And then instructional materials. This is what I wanted to show you. This is why I showed you week 1. Because there's the PowerPoints we're doing. Again, this one was there last week. And it's here this week. This one was here this week. It'll be there next week. Okay. Then recorded lectures. Rather than pull it back in from somewhere else, I said see the YouTube link given in week 1. Instructional videos. There were about 5 of them. Remember, see the links given in week 1. Handouts. See the research paper instructions and locator card given in week 1. I saw no reason to repeat this every time. I just say, see it in week 1. It's there. It's good for at least for the first mini-term. Research paper is good for all term. Locator card for the first mini-term. But then when first mini-term gets there, I'll try to remember to change my locator card. Remind me of that. Also, the Cengage WebAssign class key. See the one given in week 1. It hasn't changed. These things don't change week to week. So why didn't they have a place up there? But they don't let us change that. They say you have to use this this structure that they've got. So I have to do it. So what I say is just see week 1 to get the recorded lectures, the instructional videos, the handouts, and the class key. It's all there. These PowerPoints, they'll change week to week. But that's the only thing really that's going to change. Okay. Now, I think I heard questions about this. The textbook link, that just takes you to the bookstore. So I just took it off. You don't see that. Week 2 discussion. Now remember I said, I'm not planning to put anything out there unless you say, hey, we want to work some of these problems together. Can we put it out there? Absolutely. Tell me which problem you want to do. I'll put it out there and y'all can work together on it. So I'm not planning to do that unless you ask me to. Now, week 2 assignment. This probably is what's giving somebody some problems because it gave me problems. Let me see if I can get it open. Goodness, things are slow to open today. All right. Supposedly, there's supposed to be a little plus sign on this line here. I can't figure out any way to fill in this. Some of my classes, the plus sign is there. I click on the plus sign and I can put it on there. This class, it's not there. So I can't do anything on this screen. So you won't find it here. You find it in the to-do list. Okay? Now, on the grade book under week 2 assignment, when you do turn in a homework problem for this week, I will change the name on the grade book. And let's go to the grade book then. Okay. Let's see, was there anything else y'all were asking about? But that is something, whoever put the system together, and again, it's for online classes, it's not for this class. Okay? The faculty instructions I left off. Now, week 2 assessment. Okay? That's something for online classes. I probably should just blank that out because there's nothing there, and I couldn't put anything if I wanted to because there's no place for me to do. There should be a plus on this line. They screwed it up when they put it in here, but I don't use it anyway. This is for online classes, so I should just blank that out for you. Some of my courses, it works, and some of it doesn't, but I don't use that one at all. So don't sweat that. Okay. And then how to submit assignment. I left it out there just in case you need some instruction there. The rest of it's off, and then we're on to week 3. Okay. Now, were there questions about that that I didn't answer? Okay. Yeah, the discussion, if you want to have a discussion, I left it open so we could. The assignment, I was going to repeat what I said in the weekly to-do list. I was going to repeat that under assignment, but it won't let me type it in. Okay? Sorry, it won't let me, but I'm not. The assessment, I'll show you something with that in just a minute, I think. Okay? So yeah. What you're looking for is the overview and weekly to-do list. And then if you need any of the materials, they're there. The rest of it, if you want to do discussion, let me know. I'll put a problem out there for you to work on together. Okay? The rest of it is mostly for online classes. Okay. Now, since we're here, now let me close this up. and scoot on up here a little bit further. And by the way, I'll show you one other thing before I leave this, if I can remember to do it. Okay, right here. The live virtual class meetings, you have to click on this down arrow here. It says the evening before each class, a Zoom invite will be sent through a Blackboard announcement giving the URL, blah, 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 blah. We meet every Tuesday and Thursday morning, 8:30 for a virtual class. Okay, now I got to move Michaela out of the way. You're always in the way, Michaela. Okay, still in the way, but that's me. Okay. Oh, why can I not see it? I must not be at the top. There we go. All right. Here's the grade book. Okay, if you're looking at the grade book, here's how it looks. It's weird. I didn't put this together. They did. When I was doing it, it was a blank slate. I put exactly what you needed. Now they've got it all fixed. So the first thing was course syllabus agreement. Now I don't have this updated, but the last time I went to do this, if you had turned it in, I posted it. No points, 0 points, but I posted it. If you don't see it posted, that means either I haven't put it in or I haven't received it yet. Okay. Now research paper topic. Don't think I've got too many of those yet. Okay. Now the week 2 assignment. This is going to be the homework. It's not going to be 100 points. It's just going to be for anyone who turns in a homework this week. Okay. Then you'll get a 0 posted, just like the others are. If you don't turn it in, you get a grade now, or whatever. I don't see what you see. I'll do that every week. Week 3 assignment will be homework for that week. Week 4 assignment will be homework for that week. At some point, we're going to have the first test. When that is, I'll put in a column for first test. At some point, when y'all get around to it, someone turns me in a research paper, and I grade it, I'll put a topic out here, a title here, research paper. Not research paper topic, research paper. And you'll have a grade there. Those will be based on 100 points. Okay. These assignments, 0 points. Okay. 0 points. This says 100. That's garbage. They put it out there. See, I didn't put all this mess here. We're not going to have a midterm exam. We will have a final exam. I'll use that one. We're going to have, now this is crazy. Midterm exam, 10 points. Week assignment was 100 points. That's nuts. I didn't do that. This was all done for the online classes, and why in the world they do them that way, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But once the course moves along. Say that again? Proctor, is that what you said? I don't use it, no. I'll send you your test, you do the test, you send them back to me. Is that okay? Would you rather use Proctor? Okay, me either. Okay. All right. Michaela, you got your hand up, or is that from before? Okay. Okay, great. All right. Any other questions? Oh, 2 participants have their hand raised. I don't see who you are, though. Maybe. Yes. Right. This is where it is, right here. Research paper topic. When you turn it in to me, I'll put a 0 here. 0 points. So the main thing is posted. That's what you look at. Don't look at the points. There aren't any points for it. It's posted. So once I post it, then that means I received the paper. Yours is showing what? Okay. Where are you where do you click on it? I don't know where. Here on the grade book? Right. Right there. You what? When you click right here. Is that right? Is that where you click? Can you see my little finger there? It's the index finger, by the way. Yes. Huh? Oh, you don't see it. but it's that column that says research paper topic. Is that right? Is that what you clicked? I'm asking. Okay, so say again. That's where you click. Okay, I'm going to click on it right now and see what comes up. What it comes up me is edit, question analysis, download all, delete. Is that what you got? Okay.
See what she's saying. She's saying on our end in the grade book, when we click on research paper topic, it's asking us to do it says syllabus acknowledgement. That's what it's
Well,
saying.
okay, well, you see, the first column says syllabus, course syllabus agreement. That's the acknowledgement. This is the research paper. Okay. I don't know. I say I can't see your end. I don't know what's going on there. All you have to worry about is course syllabus agreement. If you see something posted here, that means I got it, or that I've gotten around to posting it. If you see research paper topic, if you see posted, that means I've received it, and that's it. There's no points for it. Week 2 assignment, that's going to be when I get a homework assignment from you. From week 2, once I get it, I'll just post it. It'll be 0 points, not 100 points, 0 points. The first thing that'll be a point here will be the research paper itself. Okay, and once someone turns in a research paper, I'll put a column in here that says research paper, and then you'll see, if you turn it in, what your grade is. And then there'll be these assignments, and then when someone turns in the first test, there'll be a column here that says test 1. I didn't put these assignments in here. I didn't put this. I'm using, they already had the course syllabus agreement there, so I put it there. On this that was week 1 assignment, I put that to be research paper topic. I did that myself. It was week 1 assignment. I changed that to be that. Now, I don't know what they had the week 1 assignment being. Maybe it was the same thing as this. That makes no sense, but hey, none of this makes too much sense. See, I didn't do most of this. Whoever set this silly system up, they did it. And it's just got errors all over it. So all you have to pay attention to, this column says course syllabus agreement. If you see something posted, that means I got it. If you don't see it posted, that either means I haven't posted it yet or I never received it. Okay. If you know you sent it to me and I acknowledged it, I'll get it in there. Research paper topic, same deal. If you see posted, that means I got it. It's no points, just that you sent it to me. Okay. If you don't see it, that means either I haven't graded, I haven't acknowledged it, or I haven't received it. Week 2 assignment. Once I start getting homework assignments in, it'll be posted. It'll be 0 points. It'll be posted, but no points. If it's not posted, that means either I haven't gotten around to posting it or I haven't received it. That's all it is. These are no sweats here. You decide whether you're going to do them or not. I'll actually change this to say homework, week 2 homework. I won't say assignment. I'm going to change it to say week 2 homework, so it'll be clearer. This will be week 3 homework, week 4 homework. I probably won't do that till we get there, but that's what I'll do. But when yes. Yeah, just email me what your paper topic is, or send it for a Blackboard message. Just let me know what you're going to write on. I've actually received 2 papers already. I don't think from this class, but from another class or 2 classes or something like that. In fact, one guy is in 2 classes. He sent me a paper for each class, and another woman sent me a paper. So I've gotten 3 papers in already. In those classes, there'll actually be a research paper column with a grade in it. Most people will have nothing. Those 2 people will have grades in them. Once we get moving along, this will make, I think, a lot more sense. Okay. Okay. But you'd already done that on this column. See, that makes no sense. Right. Yeah. and there's no points anyway. So don't worry that. Now, if you see the research paper with no points, 0 points, that means you got a 0 on it. Well, that's not going to happen until the end of the term, because that's not due till the end of the term. So please get it to me. And remember, if you get it to me early, you get bonus points. Okay? Not many, but some. Okay. So I know, and if believe me, on my end it looks crazy too. Just like that, it has those assignments out there, but it doesn't allow me to put anything in there. So when I get around to receiving that, I'm going to change that to read week 2 homework. And then when I get these, I'll put week 3 homework. 0 points. All that you matter about is that it's posted. Like I said, say that one more time. Have a second attempt under what? Oh yeah, oh, research topic. Absolutely. I think I hope I've said that before. If you pick a research topic and then you find out you hate it, or you find too much material, or you don't find enough material, and you want to change it, perfect. I want you to do something you're comfortable with. Okay, but I want you to be thinking about it right now. That's why I say I want it done. I want you to get a research topic. But then if you decide to change it, fine, no problem there. To, to type it in what? Okay, see, I don't know where you're talking about there. I just want you to sit. Okay, how many attempts do you want me to put there? Just one more? I mean, I can put more. Anyone? Okay, okay, okay. Is it cutting you off or something? Okay, the topic, yes, but also the paper itself. Both of them, the answer is yes. Either email it to me or send it to me on a, just type me a message on Blackboard saying, here's my topic. I'll respond to it. It says, sounds great. And then when I get a chance, I'll print it off. Then when I get a chance, I'll put it as posted. That's all it's going to be, is posted. No points, just posted. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go back and change those attempts. If you want them 5, I'll put 5. If you want 15, I'll put 15. If you want 342, I'll put 342. So I don't care. That makes no sense to me. So I'll look at that. That's a stupid Blackboard. I mean, that's a Blackboard issue, and I'll go back and change that. That's ridiculous. Okay, maybe that's what these new submissions are. I don't know what they are, but I'll see if I can find out what they are. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. You probably are pretty close to right. When I was reading through what they was required to do that syllabus, course syllabus agreement, I went, what in the world is this mess? Why don't you just send me the page? That's what it says to do. And so, fine. But if you went through that stuff and clicked the things and it showed up here, I gave you credit. I mean, it shows up here. The research paper topic, again, it doesn't allow me to change. In fact, I can't even see the instructions they're sending to you. That's how stupid this system is. Whoever set it up, they just tried to take something they use for online classes and warp it around, and they just messed it up. And it was new to everybody, so I don't blame them for messing it up, but I just wish they'd have left it alone, because it just was, it's silly. but that's how they chose to do it. And you know what? This is the last term I have to worry with it, so I'm not losing any sleep over it. Sorry that y'all have to worry with it for another few terms, but I don't, so I'm going to be out of here next term. So, and this isn't the reason. It's because I'll be 70 years old, so that's the reason. All right. Any other questions, issues, concerns, problems? I'm glad we got these aired out. I hope I've answered your questions. If not, please ask more. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, you can know this. I don't know, you probably can't see it on your screen, but I am recording this class, so if you go back, it'll be at the end of the day today because I'm going to be in class from now until 5:45. So sometime after 5:45, I'll start uploading these classes, and it'll be out there on Blackboard. Well, not Blackboard, YouTube video, but you can access it through Blackboard. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay, so, all righty, bye-bye. Okay, can I close the gradebook then? Any questions before I close it? Okay, Shay, you got your hand up. Is that from before, or you still got a new question? Shay? I guess it's an old one. Okay, if your phone is muted, so I can't hear you if you're saying anything. Okay, I'm going to close gradebook. And I think I'll go on and close. I'll leave that up. I may need it later. So now, boy, what a mess. Okay, I'm sorry about Blackboard. I knew it was screwed up on our end. I didn't know they screwed it up on the student end that badly too. So let's go to, because I was on the phone with my boss this morning, are we going to finish this section today? I don't know for sure. I'm going to open 1.52 in hopes that one day we will finally get there. Okay. Now, those are open, so let's go to a new share here, and we'll do 1.4. And we'll go, it's not going to be right. Let me do this. Let's see if I can pull this up. No, I can't. Okay. This used to work a lot better too. This new system, it doesn't work well. Okay, so I have to start at the beginning and page my way through. We're on, whoop. I think I went too far. I know we did example 1. I think that's where we finished. We're at the top of the next page. That's where we are. Can everybody see my PowerPoint slide? Yes? Okay, good. All right. We were talking about functions. Okay, I hope most of you were here. If you weren't here, go to the YouTube videos that you can access through week 1, whatever they call that, materials, PowerPoints, that kind of thing. Look at that, pull up that link, and then go to one that at the very beginning of 1.4. Okay? Okay. Representing functions by sets of ordered pairs is common in what they call discrete mathematics. Now, discrete mathematics is when you have a fixed thing. Let's say we were studying you, the students in this class. The students in this class, there's a fixed number of you. I don't know what it's up to now. According to this, we at one time had 30. I don't think everybody's continued in the class, but some. Let's just say 30 students. If that was all we're dealing with was you 30 students, and we were doing functions with that, that would be discrete mathematics. Ordered pairs make sense then. Question? Yes, I am. I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see this little red circle with 2 vertical lines in the lower left corner, and it's counting 4429? Can you? Y'all can't see that. Okay, that indicates I'm recording. Okay, so good. Thanks for asking though. Okay, that would be discrete mathematics because everything you dealt with could deal with those 30 students. So ordered pairs is a very common way to do it. In algebra, however, it's a lot more common to represent functions by equations and formulas, because then you're dealing with what they call continuous data sets. Not 30 individual students, but every number. Someone tell me, how many numbers are there between 0 and 1? Anybody? Okay. How about 0.5? Oh, that's a number, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you were thinking counting numbers. No. Okay. How many fraction numbers are between 0 and 1? And more than one. You're absolutely right. An infinite number. Okay. Because you could have 0.1, 0.01, 0.001, 0.000000001, 0.012. Yeah. There's an infinite number in between 0 and 1. That's continuous representation. Yeah, that's continuous. Algebra, quite often we're dealing with continuous systems. Classroom, preferences, favorite foods, favorite colors, those are all ordered pairs. Okay, this would be a continuity. This represents a variable y. Y is equal to x squared, represents the variable y, the dependent variable, because y depends on x. Give me an x. Give me an x. Any x in the world. Anybody? Give me a number. Second? 2. Then if x is 2, square 2, you get 4. Y is 4. Y depends on x. You have to give me an x, that's the independent variable, in order for me to tell you what the y is. Y depends on x. So this represents the variable y as a function of x. What function is this? The squaring function. You put in an x, 2, you square it, that's what the function does, it spits out the answer y. That's 4. Does that make sense? In this equation, x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. So y is a function of x. Okay? Any questions? Okay, someone has his microphone on. Okay. The domain, oh boy, they're skipping something. Let's do example 2. Okay? Now, this is a pretty important example, and I'm almost shocked that they're skipping it. They don't put it in the book. Okay, so let me get the new share of the whiteboard. I can't remember. Have we done whiteboard in here before? Oh, and by the way, let me say this too, since y'all are sort of new to the book. Okay, notice here's example 2. Read what it says right under example 2. See LarsonPrecalculus.com for an interactive, is that what it says? Something of this type of problem. I can't read it backwards. See LarsonPrecalculus.com for an interactive version of this type of an example. Remember, I think I pointed this out to you. This is absolutely free website. Okay, LarsonPrecalculus.com. No codes required. No class keys required. Nothing required. You can go. Anyone can go. Your grandmother can go to LarsonPrecalculus.com. You don't have to be in the course. You don't have to own the book. You don't have to own anything. Anyone can go there. 2 other websites, CalcChat.com and CalcView.com. We'll talk about those a little bit later. But this example, even though it's not on the PowerPoint, it is at LarsonPrecalculus.com. Now I've got another taskbar here, toolbar, whatever you want to call it. It's in the way. Let me move that out of the way. And then my whiteboard, you can probably only see white, but I have a limited whiteboard. So I'm going to scoot it to the left as far as I can and up as far as I can, so I have the most white space available. Okay. Now I have this Wacom tablet here and an ionizing pen, and if any of you have ever signed out of Home Depot with an ionizing pen, if your signature looks anything like it does in ink, you're really good. Mine never looks anything like my signature. I don't know why they even mess with it. But anyway, here's what it is. Determine whether each equation represents y as a function of x. Here's the first equation. X squared plus y is equal to 1. And this pen is a little jerky. It's not just me. I'm a little jerk, but yeah, no, that's beside the point. But the pen is also somewhat jerky. Now, what we're asking for, can you write this equation that y is a function of x? Well, guess what it's asking you to do? Isolate the y. Get the y by itself. So that's what we want to do, solve for y. Well, how would we do that? Subtract x squared from both sides. Okay, these then add to 0, and you get y is equal to 1 minus x squared. Bingo! No, we can't say that in Alabama. Okay, we've done it. Okay, y is a function of x. Give me an x, any x in the world. If you like 2 again, we could use 2. 1 minus 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Y is negative 3. Give me an x, it spits out a y. That's a function of x. Does that make sense? Now, how about this one? Oh, there's my pen. Okay, this is the B exercise. Negative x plus y squared is equal to 1. Can that be written, determine whether that equation represents y as a function of x? Well, it has x in it, it has y in it. Does it represent a function? Well, again, what we want to do is isolate the y. Get it by itself. We want a naked y on this side of the equation, everything else on the other side. So let's start by moving the x again. This time we'll add x to both sides. Okay, these again add to 0, so you get y squared is equal to 1 plus x. Okay, but that's a y squared. We want y as a function of x, not y squared. Well, how do you undo a square? Anyone know? Take a square root, absolutely. So let's take a square root of both sides. We'll take a square root of this side and a square root of this side. Now, bing, 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 those are warning lights going off. Red lights are flashing. Anytime you take a square root, especially of the right-hand side, you have to introduce a plus or a minus. Okay? Now, okay, square root of y squared is simply y. But the square root of the left-hand side, right-hand side, is plus or minus the square root of 1 plus x. Now, here's why I said that. Someone give me a number. Any number. 4, excellent number. What if I said take the square root of 4? What would you say that was? 2. Because 2 squared is 4, right? Agreed? That should be justification. But let me ask you a question. What if I had said negative 2? What is negative 2 squared? It's also 4. So anytime you take the square root of a number, you have to include a plus or a minus. Or if I could get my pen to show up, you have to. Now the question is, here you got a y by itself, a naked y, nothing else with it. Is that a function? Okay. Okay, let's try. I'm going to pick an x this time. I'm going to pick x equal 3 because that's easy. When x is equal to 3, that's one value x, 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. The square root of 4 is either plus 2 or minus 2. Uh-oh. You picked an x, but you got 2 possible solutions. plus 2 or minus 2. Not a function. Not a function. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a real quick graph of this function. Oh, this is ugly. It looks something like that. For the function value here where x equals 3, you get either plus 2 or a minus 2 there. I didn't draw my thing in there. That's why it's not a function. If anyone knows it already, it fails the vertical line test. Big time. Not a function. This was, yes.
I had one quick question. You said when you take a negative square root or a negative number, you must use plus or minus?
No.
Is that how you said that?
No, here's how I said it. When you take the square root of a number, you have to be plus or minus. Just like the square root of 4 is not just 2, certainly that is a square root of 4, it's not the only square root of 4. Negative 2 is also the square root of 4, because negative 2 times negative 2, or negative 2 squared, is 4. So the square root of 4 is either plus 2 or minus 2. Now that works for any even root. Square roots, fourth roots, sixth roots, eighth roots. Odd roots, no, you don't mess with that. They can be either plus or minus. I mean, you don't have a plus or a minus. Square root of negative 1 is negative 1. I mean, the cube root of negative 1 is negative 1. Square root of 1 is either plus or minus 1. Okay, so yeah, there's only for even roots. So that is not a function. Now this one over here, and we don't know how to do this yet, but I'm just going to draw it for you. This one looks like that. That's a parabola this way. Notice vertical lines only cross that function once and only once. This vertical line and lots of vertical lines cross more than one time. Okay, so this is a function. This is not a function. You don't have to know the graph, but I was just pointing out why that's true. Does that make sense? So what you do when you're determining if it's a function or not, solve for the y, or whatever the dependent variable is. If you get one and only one value, it's a function. If you get more than one value, not a function. Okay? Now, here again, I'm going to point something out to you. After every exercise or example in this book, there was example 2. Right under that you see checkpoint. Okay? It gives you some more to work on. I highly recommend you work these checkpoints as soon as you can after class. You may have another class coming, but as soon as you can, do the checkpoints. Okay? Now, if you can't get the checkpoint to work out, it's okay to send me a checkpoint as a homework exercise. But usually you can work those out, because guess what? Not only are the checkpoint answers in the back of the book, but also audio video solutions for this is located at good old LarsonPrecalculus.com. That absolutely free website again. Okay? So there's lots of opportunity to get these right. Now, if you can't understand what they're saying on that thing and it's still not making sense to you, send me the checkpoint. Say, I got this far, but I can't get the answer they got. And I'll help you work through it. Okay. Let's go back to... You're kidding me. We were just beginning to have fun. But we always have fun, don't we? Okay. We did not get very far today. I apologize, but I'm glad y'all asked questions that were bothering you. It does you no good at all to be stewing over something, not understanding something, when all it takes is a question. So we're going to begin next time at, I'll show you the slide. If I can get the key right. That will be starting right there. Actually, we should have already said this one. The domain of a function is a set of all the values taken by the independent variable x. The range is a set of functions values taken on by the dependent variable y. We talked about those names before. I should have said that before we did those examples. So we'll be starting next time right here. This is near the middle of page, or near the bottom of page 37. So we didn't get very far today at all. I apologize. Okay. Hopefully next week we'll get on the ball and move. Homework exercises here. If you go to the back of the end of the chapter. Now this is the other thing I wanted to point out to you. Now, I know we're running over. Notice here, 1.4 exercises. See calcchat.com for worked out solutions for the odd number problems, odd number exercises. That's why I give the odd number exercises. Number one, the answers are in the back of the book. So if you do the problem, look at the answer in the back of the book. You got it right, move on. Okay? If you don't get it right, see if you can figure out why you missed it. If you can figure that out, move on. If you can't figure out why you missed it, go to calcchat.com. Absolutely free website. No codes required. No keys required. Just go to it. You'll have to learn to navigate it. But once you get it, then you can see how they worked it. If that still leaves you troubled, you can't figure out why they did it, how they did it, that's when you send it to me as a homework exercise or bring it up in class. I can't get number 7 or 14 or whatever. Okay, so your odd number exercises, here they are. For first one, either 5 or 7. Okay, now notice 5 is in black, but 7's in red. Now, both of those, all the odd number exercises are at calcchat.com. The red ones are at calcview.com. That was the third website on the back of the book. Okay, and the calcview.com actually has interactive workings of those problems, not just a worked out solution that you look at. They actually, you can watch somebody do it. Okay, so do either 5 or 7. They're both a CalcChat. 7's a CalcView. Do number 9. It's a CalcChat. And then I think you can do any of the odds 11 through 17. They're all at CalcChat. 11's at CalcView. We'll stop right there and pick up the rest of those next time. Any questions? So those, there's only what? 5, 7, 9, 11 through 17. Pick any one of those problems, send it to me, or a checkpoint. That would be fine too. If you're having problems with them, send it to me. If you're not, pick one that you are doing right, send it to me. That's all you need to do. Any questions? All right. And you can either take a picture of it, do a PDF, send it as an attachment to an email, or an attachment to a Blackboard message. Okay? Any questions? I'm going to stop sharing. I'm absolutely sick of sharing. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, if there are no questions, I'm going to end the session. And one more assignment. Have a good weekend. And of course, what makes it a good weekend? Working on precalculus algebra would make it a fantastic weekend, especially those research papers. Okay? Get working on those. Any questions? Bye-bye. We'll see you on Tuesday, 8:30. Yes, yes, yes.
So the work that's showing up on Cengage, is there going to be a due date on that?
Okay, the what that's showing up on Cengage?
There's work that's on Cengage.
Okay, work, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you mean the WebAssign problems? Is that what you're referring? Okay, those are strictly for your benefit. And I'm glad you asked this. If some of those are giving you problems, you can send me those as well. It doesn't have to be from the book. It could be from WebAssign as well. But I don't have that WebAssign. I mean, I probably could get it, but I don't care for WebAssign. So just send me the problem that's in WebAssign that you can't get to work out, and that can be a thing too. Most of the time what we'll do is do them in class, because I think if you're having problems with it, the odds are somebody else in the class is too. So yeah, send me, that's perfectly fine, but that's only for your benefit. I'm not going to grade those. You know, some people, that's how they grade their paper. They, you know, let Cengage do all the work for them. I like to see your work. I like to do the grading. I like to figure out what you're doing right or wrong. The problem with WebAssign, they're looking for one and only one answer. Sometimes you can express an answer in several different ways, and that can get very frustrating for students and for me, okay? And if I say you've got a correct answer, you get credit for it. If WebAssign, if you don't have their answer, they don't give you credit for it. So that's why I don't use them to grade my papers. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. Did that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Any others? Bye-bye.